Multiboxing clients in EVE Online is not easy. I myself run 4 characters and often struggle to do basic things, especially in PvP. But some Capsuleers are on another level entirely. In this video, I'll recount how I uncovered a solo farming operation in a Class 6 wormhole involving tens of billions worth of ships, how I attempted to rob this Capsuleer's hard-earned ISK, and finally, how I got outplayed on grid. I hope you enjoy the story. Our story begins with a normal activity for me, scanning signatures and building maps. A few days prior to this interaction, I decided I wanted to find a vital core reservoir, a gas signature only found in classes 5, 6, and shattered wormhole space. Starting off in Amamake, I sent out my scanner in a trusty buzzard with virtues and began mapping. After a couple hours, I stumbled upon a class 6 shattered wormhole system. Inside was gas. Lots of gas. Vital core reservoirs, instrumental core reservoirs, and a couple frontiers. I immediately logged off, flew my prospects, Porpoise, Nemesis, and Eris out to this new system, set them at a safe spot, and prepared to farm the reservoirs over the next couple days. However, after the next downtime came and went, I logged back on and spotted a sight most curious. The exit wormholes were closed, and on my directional scanner were 3 dreadnoughts. A Moros Navy issue, a Phoenix Navy issue, and a Zernitra. Seeing these ships here was wild, because in shattered systems, no citadels or starbases may be anchored, which means this Capsuleer is just floating all of this heavy metal at safe spots. It seems that they seal the exits after downtime and farm like crazy a few times a week, right here in this shattered system. After studying my directional scanner, in addition to the 3 dreadnoughts, I noticed a Noctis, a Bustard, and a Vider. Realizing this was probably a solo farming operation at this point, my brain immediately went into motion. Could I kill a hauler? Can I steal some loot? These were thoughts that crossed my mind. As far as I can tell, given that I only have a tackle bomber and an interdictor in this system, my only real targets would be the Noctis, the Vider, or an MTU. However, I could take out the Bustard if there's no defense. Ultimately, it seems like the Vider is the best choice. It very likely holds all of the blue loot that this Capsuleer has earned so far today, which could be multiple billions. I waited for almost an hour as these dreadnoughts pounded out site after site until the Vider dropped an MTU and cloaked at the site that I was camping. The Noctis showed up to salvage the wrecks shortly after. This was my moment. I could either go for the Noctis right now and try to steal some high-class salvage, which I do want, or I could wait for the Vider to show back up to pick up the MTU and potentially secure billions in blue loot. A choice indeed. The time to strike is clearly nigh. The wrecks are dwindling and our target will certainly be attempting to pick up the MTU with the Vider soon, or at least I hope. I don't know for sure. I have a tackle bomber pointed at the MTU that can hold the Vider down, and a DPS interdictor cloaked up at a safe, ready to warp in to secure the kill. After the Vider uncloaked, I immediately struck. Tackling it was not difficult, but I did stumble and forget to decloak the Eris before warping it. This was a mistake. It cost me some precious seconds, but it wasn't the biggest of the fight. As I'm killing the Vider with the Eris, a Booster shows up, a Bifrost. Now, my mind is immediately reeling because if my scramblers deactivate, the Bifrost can boost the trap Vider away to safety. However, this logic proved fatal. You see, in my panic and despite loving command destroyers, I failed to fully appreciate the boosting mechanics in this instance. Instead of boosting the Vider away, the Bifrost simply boosted both of my tackle ships away. I'd forgotten that it's only being scrambled that prevents a boost, not being scrambled or scrambling another target. Had I remembered, I could have scrambled my own ships and prevented the boosh from working entirely. With a successful boosh on my Nemesis and Eris, the Vider warped off. But the drama increased. After I realized my prey got away, I cloaked up my Nemesis and tackled the Bifrost with my Eris. As I'm fighting, a pack of Scorpion battleships land on grid and micro jump drive to nearby my position. As I'm finishing off the Bifrost, the Scorpions began applying nukes to me. I warp off, but suspect I would have been jammed off of the Bifrost in a matter of moments. So there it was, another instance of logging off in someone else's wormhole system and attacking them while they were completely sealed off from the rest of the game. From beyond the Vestal Veil. This interaction stood out to me for a major reason: the sheer scale of this Capsuleer's multi-boxing army. To recap, we saw 3 dread pilots, a command destroyer, a blockade runner, an ore salvage ship, a deep space transport, and 5 battleships, all playing simultaneously. But there were certainly more ships. We know that they at least had to have a scanning ship. However, I strongly suspect that this Capsuleer has even more ships up their sleeve. Something else noteworthy is the response speed. This pilot has done this before, probably many times. While I certainly could have killed the Viator with the possibly blue loot, it's crystal clear that this multiboxer knows how to use their ships and squadrons unlike anyone I've ever met up close before. It was awe-inspiring to watch. After the ambush, I reached out in local chat and explained that this was just a random occurrence, so they didn't suspect future attacks from me and could rat in peace for the rest of the day. They were friendly. However, I'm not sure how much ratting they'll be doing or how friendly they'll be to me after they see this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story.